Hello, I'm Dr. Thomas Maples, and welcome back to A Sacred Journey. In today's episode, we're going to explore the third of what I thought would be three segments in our exploration of the depths of dreams, 3 steps to ignite the passion of our soul. In today's segment, we're going to explore the foundation of what can create movement towards the dream to become a reality. Specifically, we're going to explore the process of envisioning, believing, and charting a course to advance confidently in the direction of our dreams. As always, let us start with a wonderful quote. This actually is one of my favorite quotes by psychoanalyst and a predecessor to Sigmund Freud, the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, who stated, "One who looks outside dreams. One who looks inside awakens." That quote is attributed to Carl Jung, who, as I said, was a predecessor and a confidant with Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis. However, Carl Jung went into his own journey and created a different form of psychology that borrowed from psychoanalysis called analytical psychology, which took the unconscious motifs a few steps further than Sigmund Freud in his capacity to examine how they drive our development throughout life, not just within our maturation journey from childhood to adult life. Carl Jung, Freud's protege, drew attention to the robust nature dream symbolism has on the development of the psyche. However, contemporary psychology frequently ignores this powerful psychic construct as a means for practical psychological work. Like many other sciences in the relatively young field of psychology, new theories of empirically valid observed phenomena and measurable facts replace a more rational basis for our subjective understanding. However, as psychology as a field knows, much of our awareness is subjective and not readily available to empirical scrutiny. As such, our life unfolds less than predictably, much to the dismay of the physical science and the statistics that form the basis of the human sciences understanding of the behaviors that drive our developmental journey forward. What does this have to do with our capacity to envision a life as it unfolds before us? Well, our capability to create a vision is a conscious choice. It forms the foundation for our ego to migrate towards greater self-understanding. Now, Jung created a theoretical construct of the capital S self. The capital S self differs significantly from the ego, or the small s self, and the personae we create to serve its means. No, the ego is simply your sense of yourself, that sense of I that I could present to the world. And the concept of the persona or the personae, multiple, would be the masks that we adopt within various contexts. These masks could constitute identities, if you will. I'm currently a psychotherapist, so I identify as a psychotherapist. I'm also a father, and that is part of my identity as being a father and a husband. And so each of these masks may differ, but they lead towards greater self-understanding because they ultimately integrate within one another. Now, the self is dependent upon each of these facets of psychological validity. The self is the ethereal higher purpose that we have yet to realize in objective reality. However, it holds within its budding essence the capacity to germinate into its independent reality through envisioning, believing, working hard, and hopefully seeing that possibility, that dream become real. Envisioning is but the first step. We must then create and implement a strategic plan to fulfill our dreams. We must chart a course that engages our capacity to practical problem solve and create remedies to overcome any hurdles that life may throw our way. If there's a barrier present, can we go over it, under it, through it, or simply around it? It's also important to build doors because a lot of the barriers that we may have are self directive. They touch upon our conscious fears, per se, of things that we may feel we can or can't do. By exploring the depths of the unconscious, we could then begin to learn ways to migrate through these fears and ultimately create self understanding, capital S self understanding, over a period of time. Now, it may be challenging to do this. It will definitely take work, and that work will create within itself the means for growth potential, especially the growth that the ego yearns to attain. Because in the end, we ultimately strive for this ideal higher self construct. This is where dreams are put forward in front of us so we could begin to step in their direction. They may not be real in the present moment, but their capacity can become real when you're willing to work hard in the direction to create that self mastery and realize the aim of that dream. I want to thank you for joining me here today. It truly is a passion of mine to help individuals overcome the barriers that the unconscious may place in their way. In today's segment, we explored the process of how to envision, believe, and chart a course towards a dream that you may find fruitful. There may be obstacles that stand in the way, but the work that we conduct to overcome those obstacles really stands as the basis from which self mastery and self realization occur within our lifespan. If you have questions, please reach out and leave a comment on my various social media sites. I'd look forward to answering any questions that you may have. And as always, my friends, may blessings find you on your journey to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Goodbye for now, and I look forward to hearing from you again.